Sup nerds! Welcome back to my channel, guys! This is the now 4th time I'm filming this intro. It's just been crazy, but it's all my fault. I just like to babble and it's on me. But anyway, as you guys saw with the title, we'll be talking about my favorite books of all time. My all-time favorite books. This is scary. It's scary to say it because then I know that like I know that there are books that are going to be like, wait, what about this book? What about this book? It's just like, I don't know. In my head, like looking at my shelves right now in this moment, I would say this stack is, these 3 stacks are my favorite books of all time. So, I don't know. I don't know. There are definitely some that I could think of on like Kindle. There's one specifically that I know I have on my Kindle that I forgot. Like I haven't ordered yet, which I'm like, well, does that mean it's actually favorite? It is though, because I love it so much. So anyway, for the most part, I think they're all here, but we'll do like maybe a double check through my Goodreads at the end just in case. First, if you guys like talking about books, if you guys like talking about my favorite books, because I don't do that too often. If you guys like all the nerdy things, then definitely give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Without further ado, let's just get started. It's like annoying being in the living room, filming in the living room, and it not being TBR time. Next week, one more week. Anyway, I will also let you know, so the plan for this video was, if you guys don't know, I just was gifted a little stamper that says like, this library belongs to Marissa. I think it's, what does it say? Actually, I can check. It says from the library of Marissa Estrella. And I love that. Super, super cute. So I was just going to show you like my favorites. These are the books that I'm stamping first. You know what I mean? Like I need these to be stamped because they're mine and I love them. But I was having a little bit of trouble. So I don't know if you guys can, it might be a little bit hard to see, but it's, yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to see. The little embossing is a little bit smudged on the book part. So it has like a book with flowers. Maybe I'll try to like take a picture on my phone or something. Yeah, there you go. It has like little flowers, but it's not like fully embossing them, and so it looks a little weird. And so I did a couple books, I'm not gonna lie, and then I was like panicking because I was like, wait, I don't want all my books to like be half butt like stamped. And so I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong or if it's something like wrong like with the stamper. So I'm just not going to do it right now. We're going to pause and wait because I'm like, I don't want this. I did a couple books already. So I was like, oh, I should have just stopped. Well, I did. I did two testers is the thing. Because these are like books that I know I'll stamp the series. But like, these are not my favorite books of all time. But I was like, maybe if I just keep going, like it'll get better. I was like, that was stupid of me. So anyway, that's why I was sitting here, but I was like, we're already here. Might as well just film and talk about my favorite books of all time. These are the books that I want to be part of my library. Like if you asked me like, what books do you want to be known by? It's this stack right here. It is this stack. So I'm not going to go in any particular order, but I'll give little explanations, hopefully not too long. But first, obviously you guys saw 11 Paper Hearts by Kelsey Hartwell. This one I will explain because I read this a million years ago. It's so teeny tiny, but I read this like when I first started, so probably like 2 or 3 years ago. And I love this book though because basically our main character has amnesia or like whatever. Yeah, she can't remember anything like from a certain point to like a certain point. She can't remember, and so whatever. It's just so good. I want to reread it. I should reread it. But also I'm like, I love it in the memory that I have in my head of it. So I'm like, if I reread it, I don't want it to be like ruined or anything. Anyway, basically what happens is the doctors tell her friends and stuff like, hey, like don't tell her like all these like things that you want her to know because you want her to remember. So you want her to come from her and not from what you're telling her. And so everyone's like, okay, fine. So what starts happening is she starts like finding little hearts that take her to different places, I'll say. They just take her to different places. So she starts following these hearts, and then you get to find out who it leads to, and it's all just super fun and it's super, super cute. I've had 3 people read that already, and then I've recommended it to 2 more people because I'm like, read it, and they all love it. It's so good. But that one, an OG but a goodie. An oldie but a goodie. Then this one just randomly picking out of the stack. Most of All You by Mia Sheridan. I love this book. This one also did get a stamp here. It's fine. It's fine. But I love this book so much. I love Mia Sheridan, but this book like definitely solidified my love for Mia Sheridan. This one is super cute. So we have I don't even know if I want to tell you, but because the back I don't think tells you, but it's just like two characters who are in like just, I don't want to say similar points in their life. They're not similar, but they've gone through like, both have gone through so much trauma, like crazy trauma, so that when they're like kind of like falling in love, it's very like, they're very skeptical of it, but it's very like raw and pure and just like natural. I love it so much, and so I had to include this book. I had to, and I want to read it again. That book I almost unhauled, and I am so glad that I didn't. If you like Archer's Voice, you would like that book in my opinion. I don't know, they're just gonna look crazy. This one also by Mia Sheridan, Unwanted. I couldn't not. I looked at it and I said, I need to talk about you because I love this book so much. This one has a little bit added element of like mystery. And so just keep that in mind. There's other things in this one that's not just romance, but there is also romance. Romance is a big part of it. But this book is, again, so good. These both actually are books that, first of all, if you have any similar recommendations, let your girl know. But like the main male character is the one who's more like innocent, they're very inexperienced, they don't know like kissing and dating and all that stuff is like unnatural to them. And so it's just such a fun time. And I'm so excited for the next book in that series. But I had to mention that. And then this one also got a stamp. This is Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. I was like, it's funny because they like put all these books out here, and there was a couple that I was like, those would probably be like the second grouping, like not necessarily my favorite books of all times, but books I really love. And I was like, I was debating on this one, but like honestly, I loved this book so much, and I think Peyton Corinne did something just so right with this book. It's quick paced, but you're so in love with the characters, the storyline, but then also she just has this like representation of I think anxiety attacks, panic attacks, but it's like just so she wrote it so well, and so I have to give credit where credit's due. Like this one I love, like this one I had to mention it. I had to. It just was so good. Peyton Corinne. Also, of course, I had to mention House of Ash and Shadow by Leah Stone. This whole trilogy, the whole series, I loved it so freaking much. It's so short, but it's very quick paced, and I don't know, this first book had me sobbing. Like, first couple pages, a mess. I've also recommended this to a couple people because I always say, like, people are like, oh, I'm not a fantasy reading, whatever, and I like totally get that, but I'm like, if you want to try something that's quick paced, still fantasy romance, but not a million years long and not like too hard to understand or anything like that, this is the perfect book. It is YA, but it's so good. There does get a point, like this may not be for everyone. It is a little bit cringy at some points, but that's why I love it. I loved it, and I had to mention it. Had to. I'm just gonna try to like shove them all over the place. Maybe put that back here. Add some dimension. Love. It's a love. All of these are a love. But I also, of course, have to mention Miss Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I love this book, and I've been thinking I want to write a book, but similar to this one, where it's like in whatchamacallit, interview style. I think that is so genius. Taylor Jenkins Reid is a genius, and this book was just everything about it was so good. If you would have told me like 2 years ago, like, hey Marissa, this would be one of your favorite books of all time, I would have laughed in your face. Okay. This is not a romance, it's nothing like that. And so I would have laughed in your face, but it is. And if you have not read this book, I don't know what you're doing. I do have the favorites on my TBR. I did get that in my March book of the month box, so that I could read that, because I've heard it compared to Daisy Jones and the Six. So we shall see. Need I say more? Next we have Out on the Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. This is so good. Hannah Bonham Young is a genius. This was incredible. If you don't know, this is Accidental Pregnancy, and she just wrote it so well. I don't know how she created the world, but this is the thing. On my shelves, I probably have, I don't know, like hundreds of books. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm at 100 yet, but I have quite a lot of books, you know, on my shelves. In the world, there are quadrillion probably of books. How in the world did Hannah Bonham Young unlock the secret to a perfect man? How did she figure it out? I don't know how she did it, but if Bo is not one of the best MMCs you've ever read, you're reading I don't know what you're reading. I don't know what he's in so incredible. I love him, and I just love everything about this book, every single thing. 6-star reads, honestly. 6-star read. It's a love. It's a love. This one is this one makes me belly laugh because that was a giggle and I just called it a belly laugh. But in real life, I belly laugh at this book because I be seeing some stuff. Everyone and their mom hates this book except for me. That's not true. I feel like you either love this book or you hate this book. Like I've seen nobody be like, oh, it's okay. I've seen people who love it, who are like, what? This is so good. Give it to me. I need book 2 ASAP. And then I've seen people who are like, what is this? What am I reading? I was in obviously the loved. It was an obsession. This is The Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Mast. I love this book. This is one of those books that I stayed up till like 2-3 a.m. trying to finish it because I was that obsessed. And that is rare because I love my sleep. So that means this book was incredible. I don't know. I loved it. Honestly, that's the thing with this one, is that it's not even really, I guess it's a fantasy romance technically, but the thing is that you don't even get romance until the ending. And it's not even like, well, I won't spoil it. But like, so it's that's the thing for me. I'm like, it's not about that, and maybe that's why people are not liking it. I don't know, but I loved it so freaking much. So much. I'm just sticking books places, to be honest. This one is a new one, but I had to because this book is so good. I actually, oh my gosh, that just reminded me, because guess what arc I got a copy of? Miss Lynette Noni's new book. So I have to actually download those. What is that on? NetGalley. Well, I'm gonna download those real quick. I love this book that much that I was like, Lynette Noni, I'm gonna read anything you put out. But this is The Blood Trader. I think I said that, but this is book 3 in The Prison Healer. And I don't know how Lynette Noni did this, because this book is not very long, but she kind of took us on this super long journey that I loved. Here's the thing. It's hard to get, I want to explain it so bad, but I can't explain it, but like, just the position Kiva's in at the end of book 2 is like such an, I don't know, it's such a risky move, and she did it, and she did it so well that I love this book. She's a genius, and I will forever, I tell you guys that though, but for those of you who love the series and recommended the series, I say thank you all the time, because I'm like, thank you for that. Yes, I got the arc for Wandering Wild. Yeah, I have to read that. All right, anyway. Next we have another oldie but a goodie. This is another one that I read like in the beginning of my reading journey, but again, another one that I talk about, like if you ask me my favorite books, this is definitely one I would mention. Miss Dear Erin by Mariana Zapata. And it's so funny because I know that this is not everyone's favorite Mariana Zapata book, but for me, I love it so much. This is one similar to Daisy Jones and the Six, where you have to give credit for just the genius of this. The first like 60% of this is letters, emails back and forth, and then like text messages back and forth. Yes. Yes, this is like the juiciest story because you get all the information at the click of your fingers. And that's the thing, you don't get like necessarily the thoughts and stuff of people, you get what they wrote to each other, but that's why I love it so much. It's just like so good. You get to see this relationship build, and it's love. And you can read this kind of sort of closed door if you want. There's only one chapter that you have to, I think 1 or 2 chapters that you have to like skip. I don't know why more people don't love this book. I don't know why. Well, I'll mention also, I do have to include All Roads Lead here. I was debating on Wait For It, but I like both of these better than Wait For It, even though Wait For It is still so good. I like these ones a little bit more, but this one is just so good. All Roads Lead here, again by Mariana Zapata. This one, I don't know, I can see the obsession. I can because it is so good. It's such a lengthy book, but it's just so fun. And Slow Burn is not my favorite. That's why it's so surprising that That's why it's so surprising that I included one Marina's Impossible book, let alone two. It's so good though. It's also single dad, but like grumpy. I don't know if it's technically Grumpy Sunshine, but I know that man is a grump. Like they don't even say anything to each other for like most of this book, but when they speak, it has you squealing, screaming, dying on the floor. You know. I guess I should like probably go in order, but I would give Fourth Wing and Onyx Storm definitely spots in my forever shelves. I loved these books, and you know, I know that a lot of people have their gripes, I guess, well mostly with Onyx Storm, but like this series is so good. So let's do Fourth Wing. Fourth Wing is just, again, another moment where I said, Rebecca Yarros, you are a genius for the way she did this. Everything about this is perfect. There's not one thing that I would complain about, except for the fact that Iron Flame followed this book and it was trash. That's what I'll complain about. But for the most part, this book is just so good. I love it so much. It's very like quick pace. You're in it. You're in this world, and I'm obsessed. I don't even know why I'm pretending to talk about this. Oh, I don't know why I'm talking about this book like no one has read it. But if you have not been convinced, read it. Just know you're gonna have to go through Iron Flame, but it'll be worth it to get to Onyx Storm, which I know a lot of people have their gripes with. I know my trainer at my gym, she's like, I can't make myself read it. And I'm like, girl, you're gonna have to just try because this book is so good. All my tabs. But I love this book as well. I think that one, you get a lot more of like the other characters, which I appreciate, just their personalities, but also just like, you know, just different moments. And so I love that book so much. Next, another YA, which is so surprising because I've said this before, but like YA is not typically my favorite. So that means like when I love a YA, I love a YA, and I love this YA, Belladonna by Adeline Grace. Yeah. I don't know how Belladonna did it. I don't know how Adeline Grace did it because it's just like seems so basic in a way, but it's just genuinely so good. I don't know. I just like it's like I just want to like keep reading it, and it's addictive. It's so good. It's hard to like explain without explaining the whole thing, but just know that series, it's more of like gothic, a little bit darker, but it's still so good. Need I say more? That's Caraval by Stephanie Garber, the man, the myth, the legend. That series though more so because I think my favorite probably is book 2 or 3, I don't know, but I can't remember. They all blur together in my head and they're all incredible, and I love that series so very much. I don't care what anyone says. It's a love. It's an obsession. I had to mention both of these because I could not decide. I couldn't decide, and it's fine. It's fine. We have Caught Up and Play Along by Liz Tumford. I love them so much. Isaiah Rhodes. The Rhodes brothers. I don't know. Their mother did something right with them. They are so cute. Oh, Kai Miller, Kennedy, and Isaiah. So good. If you've not read the series, I know a lot of people are like reading it all of a sudden. I'm like, girl, Liz Tumford has been here. She's been here and been coming out with great books. So I don't know what we're all doing late, but it's fine. It's fine. Continue the series. And if you don't know, this is Single Dad and Nanny. Delish. And then this one is Accidental Marriage. If you have not read that series, I don't know what you're doing. Do you even like to read? I'm not sure. Honestly, I debated on pulling out the whole series because I'm like, I don't know, there's so many books I love from this series, to be honest. Every book besides Actual Throne of Glass, I loved. I gave 5 stars. The only one I did not give 5 stars was Throne of Glass. And so, honestly, the whole series I would put here, but it's just so big that I didn't want to bring it out. But I had to bring the mother herself. The man, the queen herself. Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. Sorry, I was just thinking of that like video where I just called this book, I think, the wrong book for like a whole TBR video or something crazy like that. That was so funny. But anyway, I thought this book was incredible. Genius. I love just Sarah J Maas is a genius, like genuinely a genius. And that was one of the books that I was like, Crescent City by Sarah J Maas. I think she just wrote so perfectly that I was like, I might have to include it, but it's still so new. So I don't want to like, I can't put it with the greats because that one is just too new. But maybe one day. But this book is just so smart. She has so many characters that I love. I do think about this a lot. I'm like, I wish she would write, like, take out the stories, like, so I could just read, like, I don't want to tell you, because if you don't read the series, just so I can read, like, the side couples, like, just their stories sometimes, without having to go through this whole book. But still, she made me love everyone. All the characters, obsessed. I can't even talk about that book that much because it's so, like, anything is a spoiler, to be honest. Any and everything is a spoiler. I want to talk about, I just looked at this stack and I was like, wait, I gotta save the best for last. But I couldn't decide which out of the three. These are all the best for last. And these are oldies. These are oldies. I'll just show you them at the same time. Okay. Let's talk about Twisted Lies first by Anna Huang. This is such a surprise because Anna Huang, I just don't love most of her books. Like, some of them are really good or like I enjoy. Some of them I've given 5 stars, but then I just forget everything in the book. Her writing is just, I don't know, it's just like very like good. Like, it's not great or exciting or whatever, it's just good, you know what I mean? But this book, I don't know why this book, every time I look at it, I get so happy. Christian Harper? Are you Christian Harper? I believe you're Christian Harper, but now I can't remember. Christian. I guess his last name doesn't matter, but Christian. I just love him so much. I don't even know. I can't even give you specifics. That's how much I don't remember this book. That's how long ago I read this book. But all I know is that every time I see this book, I know that I love this man. I love him that much. My friend, honestly, she asked me, she's like, I can't get through this book. And I'm like, but he's my favorite. You have to do it. You have to make it through. I should reread this. This is so good. That's the hard thing. I hate that when the last book in the series is your favorite because you feel like you have to reread them all. But I know I will never reread Twisted Love in my life. But also my friend, she said she's having a hard time getting through. But book 1 was, she loved, her favorite is book 3, so Twisted Hate. And then she really liked Twisted Love and didn't like Twisted Games. I said, oh, so you're confused. No, I'm just kidding. But this one is still so good. I loved it. Christian. So good. Oh my gosh, I have to, okay. Final Offer by Lauren Asher, another one who, Lauren Asher, she can write some good stuff, but not all of her books are my favorite, especially not in this series. But The Final Offer, I love. Callahan, that's saying a lot. Like, if I remember the name of the character, that's saying a lot because I read a lot of books. But Cal and Alana, yeah. I just love a good, like, character change kind of book, and that's why I love the size of this book. I know people say it's super long, but Cal started off like this book as like just chaos. He's just a hot mess. But I think that what I love about this is that he really decides in this book that he's going to be better for his family and for Alana, and I love it. This is also single mom, so there's that element that I eat up every time. And so I love a good single parent trope. And so it's just 10s all the way around. 10s. Even the size, I don't even mind. I'm like, when people are like, oh, I finished, people are like, oh, I've read the other 2 books and then haven't read this one yet. I'm like, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. But I also don't know how you could like the other books and not this book, because this book is better. It's better. All right. Drum roll, please. Last place. Which by last place, I actually mean first place, because I think I saved the best for last. And this is a book. Okay, this one and Throne of Glass. I don't know about Throne of Glass, though. I don't know. Okay. I think I would say this book. If you could take away my memories so that I could reread this book for the first time. Okay, maybe not all my memories, but like, if you were like, If I had to choose one book that you could erase my memories on so I could read for the first time, it would be this book. It would be this book. And there'd be no questions asked. Bittersweet Memories by Catherine O'Mara. You have to read, this is the thing. I will not tell you anything about this book except that you need to go read it. You need to read it, and you need to read it without knowing anything about this book. I don't even know if it tells you on the back. Nope. The back, Catherine O'Mara, genius. It's very vague. Do not look at any reviews, anything. You need to read this in order. Like, read it from beginning to end, and then you can, like, oh, you get it. It is so good. So freaking good. So good. I just remembered, because I was, like, looking at my Catherine O'Mara stack, and I, like, recommend the Windsors a lot, because I've read that whole series, and I really love that series, but this is a part of, like, a 4-book, like, interconnected standalones, but I've only read 2 out of those 4 books, so it's, like, harder, but this book specifically, my favorite Catherine O'Mara book, no question about it. So bomb. And I bought my friend another Catherine O'Mara books, and I'm like, wait, maybe I should tell her to read this one, because I don't know why I just didn't think about it, because I read that a while ago, maybe that's why. But anyway, the man, the myth, the legend, love that book so much. Let me go look through my Goodreads real quick, even though this video's long already, it's fine. Okay, there are 4 books that I missed, but because some of them are in my oh crap, we lost the shelf. Some of them are in my book of the month section, which I forgot to check, and then some of them, well, we'll just talk as they come up. So, first one is Promise Me Sunshine by Cara Stone, and I know that this one's new, and I talked about the whole thing about it hasn't stood the test of time. Here's the thing, though. This book is so unique. It's not just your basic romance, and so that's why I know it'll just be a piece of me forever and ever, because it's so good. It's so emotional, and I just hit me right in the soul, and so I have to mention it. Like, I have to mention it, and I think I'm gonna get the paperback when I'm not on a book buying ban, and just because, like, it's hard to remember, like, the book of the month books and, like, whatever, like, I feel like she deserves the upgrade, so we shall see. But I've talked about this book a lot, so I had to mention it in that one. Of course, we have to mention, but this one's hard because it's obviously a very Christmassy book, but The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. I could read every holiday. I probably will reread this book because it's so good, and I wish that I could, like, have them. Literally, I wouldn't even care if it's the same storyline over and over and over again. I would read it read it every single time. It's so fun. It's very just chill, but it's still also at the same time you're, like, trying to solve this crime, like whodunit kind of. This is, like, literally a book version of the game of Clue. So it's definitely not for, like, people who read a lot of, well, you guys still might like it, but, like, people who read a lot of, like, horror, mystery, that kind of stuff, like, this is gonna be very child's play to that, but still obsessed. Loved, 10 out of 10. Had to mention. This one I knew I was gonna mention no matter what, but this one is Ranger by Dr. Rebecca Sharp. I just haven't bought the physical copy yet because it's like $17 or $18, and I just haven't done it, but this book is so good. It's, like, kind of like Spencer Reed. And I think she did it so well. So well. This one's kind of reminds me of, like, Unwanted by Mia Sheridan, Most of All You, where, like, the main character's one is, like, very innocent, like, inexperienced, that kind of stuff. Love him so much. 10 out of 10. And then last but not least, we have Life and Death by Stephenie Meyer. Stephenie Meyer, she's a genius. I mean, I love Twilight too. And there's the thing, like, I love Twilight, love Lord of the Rings, love Harry Potter, love all those things, but it's like, I don't know. Something about these books are, like, next level, you know, next level love. There's so much dust. I need to dust my shelves. But anyway, what the heck? Oh, Life and Death. So this is basically, if you don't know, this is basically if Twilight were reversed. If the vampire was the girl, and if the I need to reread it. Stop. I'm about to reread. I read it once, reread it, then reread it again. I'm about to reread it again because every time I think about it, it's just, makes me so giddy. I love it so much. Such a cute romance. So cute. I love it. If you have not read that, I don't know what you're doing. So anyway, guys, sorry, tried to, like, hurry up at the end there, but Let me know, comment down your like favorite all-time books. Do you have any of the same all-time favorite books? Let me know, because I'd like to know. Maybe I could do a video reading your all-time favorite books, so definitely comment so I can create a list. Even if it's a reread, maybe I'll pop it in there just to give myself a refresh of the books that I love or that you loved and see your opinions. There are definitely other books. That's the thing, this year there are other books for sure that I've given 5 stars, and there's other books that I would say that I loved. These are just like those 6 stars, like icons, you know what I mean? So if there's a book here and you're like, Marissa, because I'm thinking of Abby Jimenez and I'm thinking of Emily Henry, some of those books I love, but like just didn't make the cut. They didn't make the cut. I know. All right, it's fine. Anyway, that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next one. Bye, nerds.